بعضنا بعضا أربابا من دون الله فإن تولوا فقولوا اشهدوا بأننا مسلمون قل يا أهل الكتاب لم تحاجون في إبراهيم وما أنزل التوراة والإنجيل إلا من بعده أفلا تعقلون صدق الله العظيم.
الشيخ هو waxaanu jecelahay mudane in maadaama idhi hadalka maanta annaga badsanay waxaan jeclahay inaanu goobta in yar aanu guddoonka erey iyo laba horta inuu ku bilaabo.
Your Excellency, we will do the talking and we will start with a short brief from the committee, from the head of the chair.
Followed by, then we will open it to the members.
And then we will open it to the members.
Right, you forgot. It will be read by the first vice chairman of the House of Representatives.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Your Excellency, Deputy Chairman, honorable members of the delegation, fellow members of Parliament, ladies and gentlemen. It's an honor and indeed a privilege to share with you some thoughts. It's an honor and indeed a privilege to share with you some thoughts of what Somaliland is all about. Gentlemen, media coverage of Somali affairs in general focuses on the symptoms of disintegration of the state. That is, refugees, famine victims, looting and anarchy, without analyzing the root causes, which have been at work well before any actual collapse manifested itself. There is often a tendency to look for simple causes and explanations of state collapse, and to propose simple and preferably quick fixed solutions. What's usually lacking in the rush for quick fixed solutions is the will to map out the different trajectories to state collapse, which inform as to the proper strategies for state reconstruction and reconciliation. The assumption of the Durham community has been that the order, in inverted commas, which has previously existed before the collapse, be it the Barres government or any other oppressive regime for that matter, was itself legitimate before it was derailed and destroyed at the hands of unlawful elements. Unsurprisingly, the collapse of the Somali state was followed by international calls for the restoration of, in inverted commas, the previous order, sanctions, or even advocacy of some form of international trusteeship. Gentlemen, the international community also continues to perceive the inheritance of the disintegrated state as dependent supplicants, while some guided souls within the international bureaucracies demonstrate an unreasonable animosity toward Somaliland as if it is a cancerous growth that has to be eradicated. These misguided souls within the international community are hell-bent on enforcing the establishment of an artificial so-called government of national unity. Gentlemen, we say that's a dead end with more heavier consequences. Somaliland has always been the victim of a not so benign neglect. Testimony to that, Your Excellencies, is this long overdue fact-finding mission of the AU. On its part, the OAU was very conspicuous by its absence during the referendum on the Constitution and during the subsequent municipal and presidential elections, the first of their kind in more than a 40-year period. But that not so benign neglect proved to be a blessing in disguise. Gentlemen, Somaliland used it as a grace period to tinker in a splendid isolation before the usual army of consultants, advisors, administrators, and possibly peacekeepers could descend on it and distort beyond recognition the fragile processes of reconciliation and internal reconstruction. There are no blueprints for internal political reconstruction, in contrast to donor-driven external initiatives and the domestic actors that reconstruct states hard to learn it the hard way, something our political and traditional leaders have successfully mastered. Internal state reconstruction, even though not cost-free, is much less expensive than donor-directed political reconstruction. The amount of money spent by the international community in Cambodia alone on political reconstruction between November 91 and September 93 was more than 1.6 billion. That, without doubt, demonstrates the cost-effectiveness of our approach. Your Excellency, through careful bottom-up reconciliation and reconstruction, and by mobilizing its meager financial and human resources, Somaliland has been able to establish a de facto new state, the Republic of Somaliland. The former British protectorate that had merged with Italian-controlled Somalia at independence in 1960 took the decision to revert to its separate status at the collapse of the Somali state in 1991, thus redeclaring its independence. It's very unfortunate that the AU, UN, and other international organizations unjustifiably keep on holding to the myth of the sovereignty of the former state. In the meantime, Somaliland has created a new political structure in which the judiciary, legislative, and executive branches of government are separate and independent, serving as checks and balances. In order to empower the traditional elders and senior notables of clans, who symbolize the moral authority within the clan, and since the elders have the dual advantage of possessing political skills and knowledge of traditional law, an upper house, the Gurti, with great authority in the parliamentary process, has been created for that purpose at the national level. At the same time, devolving the empowerment of leaders to lower levels, district and village levels. Gentlemen, as Somalia has become a prime example of failure of externally led reconstruction, Somaliland has graduated into an instructive phase of internal reconstruction. And none of these achievements and efforts could be attributed to any single United Nations, OAU, or African Union initiative. We believe that no amount of laundering can transform ruthless war wars into peace wars overnight. History has shown that appeasing warlords and budding dictators is a dead end with dire consequences. Charles Taylor of Liberia failed to reform and change his spots, even when private with the presidential office. What the members of Iska are undertaking in Somalia is more than anything else akin to recapitulating the Immaculate Conception, however blasphemous that may seem. Gentlemen, no amount of huffing and buffing will ever breathe life into a collapsed state. The wisdom that evaded the international community is to allow the more successful political entities that emerge from the death and decay of failed states, to allow them to flourish and take their place in the society of states. Somaliland and Eritrea qualified as prime examples of such successful political units. Unfortunately, Somaliland, which has contributed to the stability and the security of the whole, has yet to win the acknowledgement of its peers. But member states of the AU, by ignoring the achievements of Somaliland and the sovereign rights of its people, are unwittingly jeopardizing the stability and security of the region. Gentlemen, Somaliland cannot be wished away by any stretch of the imagination, nor can it be bullied into a 43 marriage with Somalia. Somaliland is here to stay. And half truths about the Somaliland project, and rectify the undivided view some member states might have about our aspirations. Your Excellency, we hope your mission will report back to your organization truthfully about the situation on the ground. Thank you, and may God bless us all.
وما تيهي عبد القادر حاج تلقوا ما تيهي هذا waxaad u gudbinay waxaad u soo gudbinayaa xubnaha baarlamaanka waxaa saan leh wali dhowr iyo lixdan waad waqtiguna uu kooban yahay laba daqiiqaan idin siinay ninkii wuxuu odhanaya labada daqiiqo ku soo ururin kara waa nasiibkii qofka waan sinayaa
هلا قرصانة بقى انت هتقيسها هلا
from the floor, and it will be about 2 minutes each. It will be brief, and please be brief. That's what he said.
أول هذا يقولون بيا لو كان بحيا يا وبعدين لو كتبوا
كداي وحبها كل ماي دول أنا كنت نوم باريقة هي أول اسمع محبة وريولا فرحان بوور فرحان كان صورة هل ماما كبرت
اسمعيني
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته waxaan ku bilaabayaa salaamayaa shirkadooka waxaan salaamayaa waftiga waxaan salaamayaa mudanayaasha iyo wasiirada waftiga la socda waxaan ku bilaabayaa guddigan ka socda EUda waxaan leeyahay waa naga raagtay oo EUduna way naga raagtay idinkuna intaas samaysiyada waa naga raagtay waxaan garan lahay waxa ku raagtay waxaan ku darayaa
First of all, in the name of God, welcome the delegation from the African Union, and extending my heartfelt greetings to them and to the honorable ministers and members of the two councils and the chairman of the council. And I'm just asking, starting with my short brief to the delegation. We have been waiting for a long time. I have been absent, And after all, now you are here with us.
cabdulqaadir jirde gudoomiye ku-xigeenka golaha ayaa si fiican u dhigay waxaan si xoojinayaa anigoo ka wakiila dadka reer Somaliland oo una dhacday waa soo aragteen wixii gobolada laydinkala hor yimid hadday soo dhaweyn tahay iyo hadday tahay inay tusaan shucuurtooda annaka ayaa maanta taa kaga wakiila iyaga laftoodii oo halkan aan nala joogtaan.
First of all, I just add to what already the Vice Chairman, Mr. Abdul expressed in his elegant speech in English. But I would like also to add that you have seen and traveled into some parts of Somaliland, and you have heard and seen the expression and the feelings of the people that you have already met. And on behalf of the people you have already seen, and as a member of this parliament, I'm just expressing that what you have already seen is the expression that we have all shared.
waxaan intaa ku darayaa waxa weeye waxaan kuba gabagabeynayaa AUA ururka Afrikaay annaka iyo Soomaaliya kala quusanay qoomamada aada.
I just want to conclude that we here in Somaliland, our sovereign state, we have nothing to do and nothing to share with Somalia. I just want to put that strongly and want to, people, the delegation to hear that clearly. On behalf, as a member of this parliament, on behalf of the people of Somaliland. And thank you.
AUda dhowr iyo 10 sannadood bay Soomaaliya baabaasanay dhammaanteedba gaar ahaan Somaliland waxay hawl qabsatay 1990kii iyo wixii ka dambeeyay waxaad aragteen baarig samaysan AUdu waxay intaa ku socotay koonfur
First of all, I'm adding to previous speeches that I welcome you really. I welcome you to Somaliland, the delegation from the African Union. I just like to state that from 1991, when we withdrew our independence, we withdrew from Somalia, withdraw from the Union, Somaliland has developed in every aspect, politically, socially, and I wonder why all the efforts and focus are in Somalia and not on Somaliland.
waxaa anaga la daweynayo oo kaliya markaa haddaad muddada intaa leeg naga maqnaydeen maantana noo timaadeen waxaad geysaaneen dhegaha ka maqallo iyaana raalli gelin doonaa ama dhacdo gelin doona.
I'm sure that your fact-finding mission is very important, and we hope that what you carry from here and take back to Addis Ababa, to African Union, this will determine, we will see that you take that mission or that feeling faithfully, and I hope you will do.
anagu intaan hadalkayga kaga baxayaa kaliya waxa weeye warka aad ka geysaan dadka iyo sidaad ugu dadaashaan inuu meel maro maadaama uu socdo gudoomiye ku-xigeenkii wafdiga hogaaminayo taasaa amana raalli gelin doonta amana cala gelin doonta waxaanan idinkula dardaarmaynaa waxaa aragteenu naga warrama waxba xaggaa qoorta u taagina wasalaamu calaykum.
I just wanted to say that I know that there is a high delegation from the African Union led by the Vice Chairman. This is an honor for us. I hope what you have seen and what you hear from Somaliland, including what this council is expressing, you will take that, and that is the only thing we want. We want only that what we want, that you take faithfully. I'm sure that you will do it. And thank you very much.